Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be sharing with you all a recipe that I learned from Hekate, and it is a witch bottle. Okay, and this specific witch bottle is designed to absorb, amplify, and reflect back any malevolent energies back to the source, whether if it's a person, another witch, if it's just someone that has negative intentions, or if the source is like a spirit or something like that even. And so the ingredients in here are designed to really reflect back that aggressive energy, or rather to really reflect back the energy in an aggressive way, I should say. So I already created this witch bottle myself. I did it back on April 6th, and from the time that I made that to now, I have had like some few ex-enemies contact me. Actually, just two in particular. I don't know why I said ex-enemies. I meant ex-friends that turned out to be enemies, actually. And they've contacted me and like tried to establish friendship and peace with me again. So I take that as a sign that this witch bottle is working perfectly, because I feel like they have experienced some kind of a backlash to whatever they did, and they're trying to like make peace with me, which of course I did not accept that. But suffice to say that I feel satisfied with this recipe and that it's working. So I'm going to go ahead and share it with you guys. So what you need is, of course, it's a witch bottle, so you're going to need your urine, 13 nails. Now on the nails, I used old rusty nails. That's just what felt right to me because of like the red coloring of the rust. Felt really like Mars energy to me. So that's what I used. And plus, like, rusty nails, when you think about that, it's like tetanus, and it's just more nastier, in my opinion. So that's what I used. 13 tacks. On the tacks, I used tacks that have like a black colored, whatever the part's called where you like hold to push it in. I used the black plastic ones. Broken mirror glass, and I just have that from an old mirror of mine that was like really large, like one of these type of mirrors that shattered. It was my altar mirror basically, and it was shattered and destroyed before, and I saved a lot of the broken glass from that because of the energy that it had. And so that's what I used. I use that glass for other things too, but I used it in this witch bottle in particular for the extra energy. You can use any kind of broken mirror glass, but yeah. 3 wasps. Yes, I have collected dead wasps So I used 3 of them. I know that that's not like an everyday ingredient, but that's part of what makes this witch bottle so potent. It does include animal parts and stuff like that in the recipe. So, I'm sorry, I'm putting my cigarette out. Okay. 3 shards of human bone. That is another ingredient in this. And human bone is actually not that hard to obtain. You can actually just buy it online. You can find human bones on eBay for relatively inexpensive, or like for auctions, and it will just be whatever price it turns out to be, but usually it's not that much. There's other websites, The Bone Room and SkullsUnlimited.com. Both of those websites you can actually buy human bones on. When it comes to that, just like try to sense the energy and if you vibe with it or not before you purchase the human bones. Just like look at the pictures and see if it really resonates with you or not, if that spirit will work with you. Okay, a deer tooth. Now on this aspect, you don't have to use a deer tooth. You can use a tooth from any animal. Okay, I don't know why the video did that, but I'm just going to continue. With the black onyx crystal, onyx, what it does is it actually stores and amplifies negative energy. I used it in the faculty of amplifying the negative energy because I wanted, basically when someone attacks me and I do a reversal or I do something back to them, I like take it up a notch because I want them to like, no, don't fuck with me. So that's why I added onyx. Smoky quartz crystal just channels dark energy and negative energy, so I added that with that intention. Florida water is a cleansing agent, so when I added that in the witch bottle, I was putting the intention, kind of similar to the banishing powder, that no negative energy will remain in the bottle. It will just kind of flow through the bottle, do what it needs to do, and go right back to the source of whoever sent the energy. And the skull image represents basically the destruction of my enemies or whoever sent the negative malevolent energy to begin with. Okay, so make sure that you charge each of the ingredients with your specific intentions as you add it or before you add it. What I did was I had the jar setting in the center of my altar, and I had all the ingredients circled around it in a big circle, and I just added them one at a time, like I say. And then finally, once you're done with that, I spoke like a final intention over the entire jar, basically just reiterating everything that I wanted the jar to do. You know, to draw all malevolent negative energies that are directed at me into this jar instead, to be reflected back after it's amplified and made even nastier and sent back at the person or the spirit or whatever source sent it, and that no harm or repercussions will come to me or anyone that I care about or anyone that's under my protections from this work, etc. Then I seal the lid on the jar. Make sure that the jar that you use has a metal lid. because once you're done sealing the lid back on the jar, you're going to take a black candle. I know this is white, but you're going to take a black candle and stick it on the top of the jar and burn that down. And you can add oils on the candle, whatever, or different herbs for this type of work. And just let the candle burn down all the way, and then the jar is ready. And you can invoke different deities at the beginning of the work. Like I told y'all before, I always invoke Hekate at the beginning of all my magic, no matter what it is, because her presence just makes it stronger. I did also invoke Saturn and Mars at the beginning of this work. And some of my totems, like the deer totem. And that's basically it. Once you have the jar completed, you will then either keep it somewhere where it will be undisturbed. This jar needs to be an absolute secret that you never show to anybody. I'm talking about mine with y'all, but I'm not showing y'all it. So it's not something that I feel will be disturbed by sharing it with you all. But you definitely want to keep it as secret as possible before you do the work. While you're doing the work, you want to make sure that you're not disturbed. And after you're done making the jar, you want to make sure that no one will ever know about it. Okay? Or as few people as possible that you trust. And then you're just going to put it in an undisturbed place. You can bury it on your property. I lean against burying it on your property unless you know that you're going to be living in that area for years to come. You can really put it anywhere though, wherever you feel will be proper for you. And when you do these jars, it clearly needs to be for just one person. So, because you're going to be using the urine of whoever the jar is for. It's important that you do use your urine. I know that in some witch bottle recipes, in like the modern traditions, they won't use urine. They'll just put like fingernail clippings or hair or something to represent you. But as far as from what Hekate told me, you need to use your urine, because that defines like your territory pretty much. So, you know, that's just the best thing to use, okay? And that's basically it, you guys. Let me know if you have any questions or anything about like that about this topic, and I'll see y'all on the next video.